Imagine a science of history, not metaphorically, mathematically, a science that can predict the fall of empires, the rise of new orders, the trajectory of civilization itself. In the Foundation Trilogy, Isaac Asimov gives us exactly that. Seldon's psychohistory, a statistical science of human destiny. The empire will fall. That is inevitable. The Dark Age will come. That is calculable. The only question is whether it will last 30,000 years or 1,000. It is one of the most elegant ideas in science fiction, but there is a philosopher who would have rejected it entirely, Karl Popper. Psychohistory rests on three assumptions. First, large populations behave predictably. Individual actions cancel out. Mass behavior follows statistical laws. Second, history unfolds according to structural forces. Empires rise, empires decay. Collapse is baked into scale. Third, with enough data, the future can be calculated, not perfectly, but probabilistically. This is not just prediction, it is historical inevitability. The empire must fall. The plan must unfold. Destiny is not guessed, it is derived. In The Open Society and Its Enemies, Popper calls this kind of thinking historicism. Historicism is the belief that history unfolds according to discoverable laws, and that if we can understand those laws, we can foresee the future. Popper's central argument against historicism is simple but devastating. We cannot predict the growth of future knowledge, and since history is shaped by knowledge, we cannot predict history. Think about that. A new scientific breakthrough, a new moral insight, a new political invention, a new technology. None of these can be forecast in advance, and yet each can alter the entire trajectory of civilization. If you cannot predict new knowledge, you cannot predict history. Psychohistory collapses at that point. There is another issue. If the future is predicted, people react to the prediction. The prediction becomes part of the system. The system changes. The prediction destabilizes itself. History is not like planetary motion. It is reflexive, self-aware, interactive. The moment Seldon announces the plan becomes a political force, and political forces generate unintended consequences. Popper would say, prediction in social systems changes behavior. Changed behavior changes outcomes. Long-term prophecy becomes unstable. Foundation assumes something seductive. The larger the system, the more predictable it becomes. Large numbers smooth out randomness. Popper would reverse this. The larger the systems, the more interactions occur. The more interactions, the more unforeseen consequences. Complexity increases uncertainty. It does not eliminate it. Civilizations are not gas molecules. They create new ideas, and new ideas rewrite the game. Now we move deeper. Psychohistory is benevolent. It wants to reduce suffering. It wants to shorten the coming Dark Age. But notice something. Only a small elite understands the plan. Only a few can interpret destiny. The second foundation becomes guardian of knowledge. They guide events. They manipulate outcomes. They decide what must happen. This is no longer science fiction. It is Plato in space. When someone claims to know history's direction, they gain authority. Destiny becomes justification. and criticism becomes obstruction. That is the danger Popper saw in historicism, not evil, not malice, but certainty. To be fair, Popper would admire something in Foundation: the emphasis on institutions over heroes, the idea that systems matter more than individuals. Popper also believed we must design institutions to reduce suffering. But there is a difference. Designing institutions is not the same as predicting destiny. Reforming structures is not the same as foreseeing history. Popper allows caution. He rejects prophecy. The dream of psychohistory is powerful, a science of inevitability, a mathematics of civilization, a map of the future. Popper offers something less grand and more unsettling. The future is open. Knowledge is unpredictable. Institutions are revisable. Outcomes are not written. The danger is not that we will miscalculate destiny. The danger is believing destiny can be calculated at all. History is not a script. It is a field of problems, and the open society survives only if we remember how little we truly know. If you enjoyed this exploration of philosophy through science fiction, please like and subscribe. Next, we may even ask more difficult questions. What happens when historicism is not fiction, but political theory? I'll see you in the next episode.